Hello, hello, my beautiful souls. How are you doing? So, today we're going to do a general reading. We're going to see what is coming through for all of you today. What are the messages here? Um, what guidance is here from the universe today? From the divine source, from divine intelligence, from love, from peace, from all the beautiful energies of this universe. What guidance does it have for all of us today? Let us check it out. Thank you, divine love. Thank you for your perpetual influence and guidance in our lives, for always being there. And it's up to us to connect. It's up to us to tap into that frequency. It's always there for us. It's always there for us. So that's what we're doing today. We're tapping in, and welcome everybody who's here for this reading. So let's see what is showing up. Okay. So show me, divine love, what beautiful messages are here for all these beautiful people. Emotional withdrawal, the Eight of Cups. So, in this deck, this is the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. And so it has both the Oracle and the Tarot in it. So, this is the Eight of Cups, and it says emotional withdrawal. So, um, I see you all withdrawing, or maybe somebody else has withdrawn. Let's see what else. Okay, show me more. Intuition. So this is the high priestess. So I feel like there's something intuitively, that you have to emotionally withdraw from. Okay, let's see what else shows up. So we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Emperor, and it's called authority here, and the Four of Wands is called foundation and achievement. So um I am seeing that some of you maybe emotionally withdrew from a parent. Okay, this is very specific, but it could be for some of you, you had to leave your home and you had to withdraw either from a father, like it could be a father, or it was a father who walked away, who left, or it could be a parent who left. So you intuitively withdrew emotionally. Maybe you walked away from something that you wished, you of course you want to be loved by your parents or loved by whomever it is, and you want the security of a home, and maybe you had that security and one parent walked away, or very specific, but it's possible, here. But I'll keep reading and seeing what else is coming through. So show me more. Or this could be about like a divorce or a separation where you had the security, but somebody walked away, either you or the other person. And it says stand your ground. So I'm seeing, yeah, very clearly here, it's asking you to be strong. You are emotionally withdrawing because intuitively, you know that you need to do this. And no matter how much you want this security or how much you wanted this with this person, it's asking you to stand your ground, and not just give in to things that no longer serve you, because that's what the Eight of Cups is about, walking away from things that don't serve you anymore, because those cups are empty now. There's a time to move on, there's a time to let go, because yeah, you drank out of them, you got a lot from it perhaps, but now there's nothing left in them. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Here we have temptation or the devil, and this can be about toxic patterns, or somebody being yeah, just giving in to the worst part of themselves, or giving in to like all the cravings that they have. And so I feel it could be possible that somebody was unfaithful, or somebody was had an addiction, or somebody did something that uh, like you can't stay in that environment anymore, you can't stay in that toxicity anymore. That's why I think stand your ground. Like, even though it's painful, we love people, right? And people are all kinds, they're all kinds. Like, we all have our own journey, and sometimes it's difficult. People are addicted to things. They might be good people. I mean, everybody is innately good, but we all have our own set of challenges. So even though you may have loved this person very, very much, I see this, you've had to like walk away from it or stand your ground here. Let's see what else. Yeah, oh my gosh, this is so specific. This is the death card, and it's called transformation. So there is an ending here. There's something that you walked away from, or somebody else has walked away, or something along those lines have happened. And this end is only leading to transformation. And this message is repeating itself over and over again, like in all the readings or whatever is happening, it seems to be coming up a lot. So pay heed to it. It's saying, yes, it can be devastating, yes, it can be very painful, yes, it can be hard, but it's important for you to stand your ground, for you to walk away from that which doesn't serve you, and for you to put an end to toxic behavior. Either you are engaging in it, okay, you'll know if you are, um, or walking away from somebody who can't handle their own toxicity. They can't handle their own addictions or craving, or whatever it is that is not healthy in their lives. At the same time, I'm getting like, don't feel tempted to go back into toxic patterns. Okay, either you have toxic patterns, or going back with someone who um, has that toxicity. Okay, all the while having compassion for whoever it is. And yes, this is a collective reading for all of you beautiful souls. Hello and welcome to all of you. I'm so happy you're here. Sending you all my love, and just listen and see what the universe has in store for all of you today, okay? And then let's see what else. Whoa! Oh my goodness, look at this. It says light on this card. And this is the sun card. So beautiful, so beautiful. So I'm seeing the light in your life. I'm seeing after this difficult journey, or this difficult situation that you're in, uh, or you're kind of, excuse me, or you are walking in and out of, there is so much light there for you. You're walking out of the darkness, this dark time of your life, into this brilliant light. And who is the light? Who is the light? You are my darling. So you're going to shine so bright, because you have chosen to walk away from that which doesn't serve and is toxic. You're going to shine so bright. Look at this. You lead the way for others as well, and your light illuminates everything around it. Because truly, it's up to us, right? I always say this again and again because it is the truth. Waiting for somebody else to shine the light for us is futile. We need to start brightening our own being up so that we can see the path in front of us. And when we bring that light out of us, we then see what we want to see. We see the manifestations of what our heart desires around us, because our light is so bright. And as we light our own path in front of us, we then begin to walk in the path that we desire, and we begin to find the things that we want, because your light is on, right? If your light is off, how are you going to see the things? They might be there, but you don't see it because you've got those like blinders on of whatever it is that is dark in your life. But look at this. So you are the light. You are your own light, your own torch for your path ahead. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. Show me more. Six of Cups. And on this card, it says memories of love. The Six of Cups is about nostalgia. It's about your past. It's about, recapitulating, seeing where you've been and all the memories of love. Isn't it wonderful to remember all the memories of love that you've had in your life? I think it's so beautiful. And I really feel this way that no matter where you are in a relationship with a person right now, maybe it isn't good at the moment, or you don't talk to each other at the moment, but how beautiful it is to remember the moments of love you had with those people, or where you experienced love in your life. Those moments are encapsulated in this precious moment, and nothing can take that away. And you can relive those moments and give yourself so much joy. I do this because sometimes you can't control other people, right? No, all times you can't control other people and their choices. But what you can do is you can choose to focus on what is good and what was good rather than what is not good or what you don't have. You can focus on how lovely and beautiful it was, and those memories will stay with you forever. And you can call on them always. You don't need to spoil that for what is in the present moment. Okay. So, and also, I believe and I know that when you focus on that, on the good, on the love, then even in the present moment, what seems to have gone wrong or doesn't work anymore is also influenced, also starts changing. The energy of that starts changing, and you start seeing healing with the people that maybe you had to walk away from, or the people or situations that caused you so much darkness and pain. And when the light comes, that's the light. Love is the light, isn't it? Love is the light. And when you turn on that love inside of you, first of all for yourself, with so much love for yourself, the light is on, and then you start seeing the love that you have received in your life as well. And that love then permeates into every dimension of your life, past, present, and future, because there is no past, present, and future. There is the eternal now. And so, can you influence, um, you know, can you influence your future or your present with memories of love from your past? 100%, most certainly. I've seen it so many times. You know, when, for example, there's been a difficulty in a relationship, or you're not talking to somebody at the moment, and all of a sudden I've thought of a beautiful memory of that person, when things were lovely, and there was so much love between that person and I, and the moments we shared together. And this can be with anyone you love, okay? I have received a message from them, or there's been like a very loving communication from them. You may not have heard from them for a long time, but that vibration, that energy is so potent. And we have a choice to choose it, right? We have a choice to choose that potent, loving energy, that healing energy, and it influences everything in our lives. And this is not just some talk, this is not just some like theory, this is actual fact. And I have demonstrated this in my life. I cannot count how many times. So you are an energy field, and you are influential on your own life and on the lives of the people you touch, because you can choose to influence in the most beautiful way. Okay, let's see what else is showing up. Okay, I hope everybody's doing well and all is going great for you. And my mantra this week is good things are happening in my life. Good things are happening in my life. So maybe you can affirm that in your life. Good things are happening in your life. So just keep affirming that. And yeah, the more you affirm, what you focus on is what you will begin to see. Okay. So here we have balance. Now, I see this as a beautiful, there's a beautiful balancing that's happening in your life. Okay, let's see what else comes with this card. Ooh, deception and envy, the Seven of Swords. Okay, let's get one more. And sacrifice, the Hanged Man. Interesting. Let's get one more. We need to know more about this. What is this about? Material harvest. This is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is the Magician here. And it's called awareness in this deck. So I am seeing like this evolution happening. I am seeing you rising above all this petty nonsense, like all this delusion, illusion, deception, envy. Maybe there's some envy, okay? Maybe there are people, either you're feeling envious of somebody or someone is envious of you, but you are rising into your abundance, because if you're an abundant being, then nobody else's envy can have any effect on you, nor can you be envious of anybody else. Because once you elevate, once you rise above this pettiness, you understand your own vast being. You are so vast, you are so infinite, you are so incredible that this abundance of everything is untouched by the pettiness of anyone's envy, anyone's anyone's want to cheat or to lie or deceive you. You are finding a balance, and I also feel you're being more truthful in your life. You're checking yourself, like what stories are you telling yourself which might not be true, and you're surrendering to the truth of your being, and you're gaining more awareness in your being, and you're understanding that you are the magician, you are the creator, and nobody else's actions are going to define you, because you define and you create. And here is the throat chakra. So I believe you need to speak into existence what you want to manifest, because it is so important to keep affirming and asserting what you are bringing into reality. So watch how you're speaking first to yourself, and watch how you're speaking about your life, and watch what you are believing, because we start believing our stories after a while. Check whether the story is the one you want to see in the future. Is it actually true, or is it just a story that has become real to you because you have allowed yourself to believe certain things? So if I always do self checks, is this real? Is this justified? Is this something I'm truly feeling, or is it something that I'm just allowing myself to believe? Or is it an accumulation of many different experiences which are defining my current stance or my current opinion? And it's so important to check. We get influenced on a daily basis. You're watching social media, you're watching the news, it's so easy to become influenced. Like somebody will say, oh, this group of this particular religion, they did this bad thing, or this group of this ethnic background, they hurt this group of another ethnic background, or anything, whatever it is. So it's so easy to become prejudiced in that moment and say, yeah, all of that type of person are like that, or all of that religion people are like that, or that is nonsense. You need to check and you need to reel yourself back in and say, that is so not true. And start noticing the people in your life or the situations in your life where that is not true, where you have friends of that particular ethnic background or that particular religion, and they are the most wonderful people you have ever met, the most amazingly helpful and beautiful people you have ever met. So don't allow that poison to seep into you, and then slowly but surely it builds over time, and then you're like, all these people are like this, or you're just prejudiced. So keep doing that self check so that you're not prejudiced in any way, okay? And you're not influenced in any way. You are using your own radar and your own guidance, even if it's been done to you, by the way. Even if it's not just a story you see on the news, if somebody of a certain background or a certain religion or a certain did something to you, that is about that person. So I used to be a flight attendant many, many, many years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, actually. And we would have a briefing before every flight. And during that, and the airline that I worked for had over 100 nationalities. And so we were dealing with many different nationalities, people, and we would have this briefing, and this one person came in, and I will never forget his statement for the rest of my life, because that rings true, and that brings my own self back, that self check. And he said, I don't believe in nationality, I believe in personality. And that just blew me away, because I was like, absolutely true. That is so true. Because there's so much racism that is learned. People are not born racist. They just are not. It has been learned. And check yourself, no matter which background you are, even if you've experienced racism yourself, even if you have been a victim of racism, you might be racist yourself, or you are prejudiced in some area. We all are. We all are. So we've got to check ourselves and see where it's coming from. And so that has helped me so deeply, that statement. I believe in personality, not in nationality, because we had so many nationalities, right? And me being Indian, for example, I'm Indian. And so, yeah, we had people who had all kinds of ideas about Indian flights. People used to say things, and and I struggled with that, because I used to fight back and say, stop being racist, stop being, you don't understand where, uh, how that behavior comes. Or we, back in that time, India has progressed, and I'm so proud of my country now, and where we are today. But at the time, people didn't have food to eat. It still happens in this country, but things are progressing rapidly, and such incredible things are coming out of India. But there were certain people who were not educated. They didn't know better, and so instead of having compassion for those people, they were like, oh, these bloody Indians, and these, so that's what I'm talking about. Like, don't and me being Indian, I even though I've experienced racism in my life, I still check myself, because I know I'm capable. Every human, like I said, is capable of being prejudiced. But I do constantly check, are you allowing this nonsense to influence you? Are you going to watch it and say, no, thank you, that is not the truth, and I will not be influenced by it? And so easy, if you have been like, for example, when I experienced racism, it's so easy for me to say, all these people are like this. But that's not true. I have the most wonderful friends of every color, of every, it's just not true. you know so there are ignorant people, There are ignorant people. That's where it comes from. Ignorance. They're in the dark. In every shape, size, nationality, color, background, you name it. And there are people who are aware and people who are constantly checking themselves to see in every single. That's just, it's human nature. All right. Having said that, I'm not minimizing what goes on with certain groups of people or ethnicities. You know what I mean? Ethnicities. That's a bit of a tongue twister today, but yeah, that is not to minimize what goes on there, because I've experienced it myself. I'm not minimizing what happens. I'm just saying, don't let it poison you, and don't let it just blindly hate somebody you've never even met because you have associated a color of a person or a religion of a person with the whole, all of them. I mean, that's how prejudice and racism starts and perpetuates. So yeah, I just that was a long one, but it came through. So it came through, and I think it's a very potent and very important topic in the world we live in today, or in any time. Basically, that's been a problem since time began, right? That's just been how it that's how things have happened. It's human nature, but we have a higher consciousness from where we can operate, and we don't have to operate in the lower frequency of ignorance and hatred and just blindly believing things or not even investigating them. You know, I've learned now over time that don't blindly believe any news you hear. Don't blindly believe one party's opinion. Have a balanced approach. That's what this balance is about. Have a balanced approach towards whatever you're thinking about or whatever you're looking at. Be balanced about it. Rise higher than just that plane of existence. I mean, not existence, that plane of the material circumstance and how it appears to be, and do a little research and dig a little deeper. Okay. Whew. All right. Let's get one more card from this deck, and then I will pull out a few oracle cards. Let's see. Wow, the Ace of Pentacles. And it says prosperity begins on this card. And I love the card. It's so beautiful because there's a tree, okay, and there are roots in the ground, and there are two hands on one on top of the other on the earth. So that's it. It's about unity, it's about love, it's about connection. All the roots underground are connected to each other. The trees are supporting each other, they send signals to each other, they nourish each other, they protect each other. And that's us as well. We are branches, we are roots, we are connected. And let's hold hands and let's connect with each other. Let's find what's common, in, and let's celebrate the differences, and let's learn from the differences. How lovely. Expand your knowledge, expand who you are by learning about other people and others, cultures and things. Now this reading has gone from one thing to a completely different thing, but I am also, for what I said earlier about you walking away from that which is toxic, I am seeing now that you have walked away, there is a brand new beginning in your life, and you are planting seeds which are turning into this network of connections and abundance and love and nurturing and like fruit. It is through connecting with each other that we create abundance. And so that's what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing you building a new network for yourself of the people with which, or the places with which, or the circumstances with which you are going to grow a brand new earth, a brand new life. Yeah, and it is very connected to nature, to the earth, to all the people on this earth, all the creatures on this earth, and because we are the earth, we are the earth, we are it. And so, yeah, there's so many different messages here. I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you got something, some part of it or all of it spoke to you in some way. And to close, I am going to get an oracle card. Let's get one from my Sacred Destiny Oracle. Let's see what shows up. Adventures, love it. You are heading into a really beautiful time, full of adventure, full of travel, full of like goodness. Let's see what else. And you're exploring new things in your life. Okay, let's just get one. Opportunity. Love it. Your whole life is opening up in such a beautiful way. There's a lot of opportunity for adventure, and I do see beautiful opportunities coming in for you. And then you have forgiveness. So, this is such an important part of your journey. And with the reading that I've done, forgive, let go, because it only serves you. When you forgive, you, like I said before, a client, I asked, when I do my sessions, I ask my clients, what does forgiveness mean to you? And this one client of mine, she said it's about releasing negativity so you can make room for good things in your life. That's all it is, just letting go of that negativity. The more you hold on to it, the more it is actually affecting your life. So make room for good things in your life, my darlings, as you are, as I see you are. And there's so much fun to be had. There are so many adventures. There's so many good things coming in. I am so excited for all of you. So I hope you'll enjoyed this reading, my darlings. And if you did, do comment. I love to hear what you have to say. Do subscribe and let's build this beautiful community together, because that's all it's about. Beautiful community and connecting with each other and sharing with each other and just supporting each other, right? So thank you all for being here, my darlings. Bless you and take care of yourselves. See you again soon.